The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Down the right sideline. He may go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Patrick Mahomes, 70 yards. And the Bucs need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Young Way 2 is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. Back to throw, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Campbell. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
Here's Watson. Shark's got it left side. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Watson on 1st down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Marte Mapu, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very 1st quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. As This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now here's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Byron Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Fielded at the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. Right back to Dobbins on first. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mahomes firing complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run with Dobbins. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Touchdown! Chris Godwin. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
But how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
2nd and 9. Watson off play action. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Ed Oliver gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. It's fielded at the 45. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
At the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Brought down by Jalen Thompson.
2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes going to shift him around. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Yellow. Hey, Riblet. My side.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Flushed out right.
That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Falcons, nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. In motion left goes Reynolds. Watson on third down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Andre Sisco.
Well, I think everyone is watching. We're certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, aren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now Dobbins again on second down. Room here to run. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Now Mahomes. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
On first down, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And quickly they get to the line. On first down, it's Watson. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on second and 6. To throw is Watson. This is caught. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Chubb. Touchdown, Falcons.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had to feel like one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the third quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Now Arthur Smith going to tell the offense to stay put. We're going for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Second and 10.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
That is caught, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now it's Mahomes again. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins from 17 yards out. And the Buccaneers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And now off to the races down the right side. How about this? Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Falcons. Nick Chubb, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Dobbins. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Harris Campbell, 65 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to now Davis fumbles it, and the Falcons grab it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Mahomes now to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. This is 1st and 10. Now Watson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback.
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Chris Godwin, 39 yards. And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. And the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the Buccaneers have it. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a handoff for Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can...
Touchdown! Chris Godwin, 29 yards. And the Bucs are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches?